Hey, nature photographers, guess what else came while I was in India photographing tigers, which we had 26 different sightings, and leopards, 3 different leopards. Well, I got a box from OM System. I did a thing that'll probably surprise you. I ordered an OM3. See, I do enjoy street photography, even though nature photography is really how I make my living. And with my new girlfriend, I'm definitely going to want to do some portrait images. So I ordered the OM3 and also want to use it for some landscape. I mean, I want to try out the computational and some of the art filters that I do enjoy. So when you come back, I'm going to crack this box open. I'm going to tell you a little bit about the OM3, and I'm going to give you a few key settings that I'm going to set for street portrait photography right off the bat. Join me.
Hello, my name is Lee Hoy, and welcome to my YouTube channel, Lee Hoy Photography. I'm an OM System Ambassador, Senior Workshop Instructor for Wildside Nature Tours. I'm a workshop instructor for Precision Camera and Video, and a contributing author for the Journal of Wildlife Photography.
Well, as you guys know, a good Texan doesn't go anywhere without his partner, except through TSA. Tip. All right, let's get this box open and let's take a look inside. Oh, I see the logo that I love so much. Let's see here. Envelopes. Packing paper, and look at this. Look right there. There, whoops, upside down. No, wait. It's backwards, but it's correct. OM3, baby. I wasn't making it up. So, I am very excited to try this camera. No, it's not going to replace my Mark I and my Mark II as my primary nature cameras. Well, I say that now. I could be proven wrong. An owner's manual. I know none of y'all read that shit, so I don't even know why they put it in there. That's why I have a job. So, oh, look at this. I've really been excited, probably more so than I should be, for this camera to arrive. So we're going to pull out all the goodies here. When you open a box with a camera, the cord that comes with it is very important. This is the cord you need for updating your firmware. This is not just a normal USB-C type cord. It's just kind of a powered cord. So keep it with the camera. I can't tell you how many clients join me out in the field and go, they want to update their firmware. Will you help me update the firmware? Well, of course I will, because I'm your generally friendly OM System Ambassador. So we'll get everything out. Say, okay, where's the cord? What cord? You know, the cord that came with your camera. Oh, I don't have that. So, friends, nature photographers, colleagues, keep the cord here. Okay, so there's your charging cord. Now, this is the camera strap that comes with the camera. What you do with that. And then some more packing material, and oh my goodness, let's take a look. Oh, this thing really is kind of cool looking. And I'm the first to make fun of nostalgic cameras and stuff, but it does look pretty cool, doesn't it? Look at that. This thing is light. This thing is ridiculously light. I almost feel like I'm holding a toy. Okay, so clearly one of the big things I noticed right off the bat is the ergonomics. This is no OM1 or OM1 Mark II. When I compare the grip, and it's not supposed to be, let's be clear. I'm not, there's some shocking news. I mean, obviously I can handle this thing one hand, no problem. Okay, but this has almost nothing to it, but it's light. So for me, right off the bat, no, it does not feel as good in my hand as a Mark I, Mark II. That's not what it's designed for. But what I do like is the thinness. So I can see sticking this in a smaller camera bag or in a pocket, coat pocket. All right. So again, first impression, guys, I have not seen this in my hands yet. So here's the little dial on the front for art filters. Okay. You just spin that. Oh, my eyesight. Yeah. Art, color, mono, all kinds of cool stuff on the front there. Okay. And it looks like I've got, my power button. There's going to be my what I call the TV button that switches view from the viewfinder to the LCD. You know, the LCD monitor is so big compared to the rest of this body. It's kind of interesting. Look at the size of that compared to the whole back. And then, so I've got my regular dial on top, 5 custom modes. I remember him talking about that in the meeting. I'd forgot about it since. That's going to be awesome because this camera, you know what that does for me on this camera? Let me think about this. So I'm probably going to have street photography. I'll have portrait. I'll do night sky. I'll do landscape. And then I may do something along the lines of like street photography with vehicles or something. Ooh, I've got options. I'm going to look at that. And then, of course, now the addition of the CP button. Okay. That is my computational photography features. I do like this. They've got this neat little thing on the back for your thumb, which I can see that being handy. What I would like, and you know, is for someone to machine either wooden would be cool, somehow to attach just a little bit of a place for my fingers to grasp here. But again, I know that kind of messes up the visual. What's the word I'm looking for? Nostalgia. I like how this thing is built. I mean, it definitely, in the sense of the build, it doesn't have the heft of a Mark II, a Mark I. And again, it's not supposed to. So I often say I'm hard on my gear. I will not be as hard on this, even though I know it has the same rating as the other one. It is kind of cool looking. And the thing is with street and landscape and portrait, I am not worried about working fast. I've said my philosophy in nature photography is speed and accuracy. Speed first, accuracy second. So frame rate, autofocus acquisition. That's not quite as critical for what I'm going to use this camera for. So I am pretty stoked to give this thing a run. But you know what we need to do now? Let's hop over to the computer and plug this thing in. I'll stick on, I should be getting the 45 f1.2 to try this when I'm in Argentina. It should be coming in today, I believe. So I'll be leaving for Argentina when I'm recording this. I leave in 4 days. You're watching this while I'm either there or just about to come back. So I'm going to have the 45 f1.2 to test out for portrait and street photography. And I'll be doing reviews and talking about that lens as well. So, but let me talk about some of the key settings to help you get this thing set up.
All right, so I've powered up my OM3 now that I have a battery in there. And we are going to go through and we're going to select our language as English, get our clock all set up, March 25th. And the time here at home is 10:52. So get this all set up. So the first time you go through this, you know, if you're traveling or whatever, you can always set it up for your home area and then use the time zone to change that. And I'm going to set up my time zone for Central Time. Tell you, I live on the west edge of Central Time, which I love because it means, whoops, well, I hit that too wrong. All right, let's get out of this. And, oh, wow, okay. I'm having to learn. Oh, I don't have a memory card in either. Holy crap, was I not prepared. One moment. All right, I have a trusty memory card. Good Lord. I have a trusty memory card here from ProMaster Rugged. Stick that in there. All right, now, you'll notice in the lower left of my screen that I'm in program mode. So right off the bat, I'm going to spin my exposure dial to manual mode because all the settings I'm going to do, I'm going to want to save to the custom modes, okay? So let's just walk through a few of the early important settings that we want to address. So I'm going to press my menu button. And right off the bat, first thing, we're going to change to RAW. I only shoot RAW. I will do a video for those of you that shoot in JPEG, which is ridiculous. It's like buying a Ferrari and driving it in second gear. Image review is off now. That's nice. Picture mode. Definitely want to go to muted. I will talk more about this summer. I'm going to do a big series. I don't know if I'll do it on YouTube or if it's going to be a downloadable, purchasable series on exposure. So watch for that. I'll be working on that hopefully. So I go into camera muted. White balance will stay on auto. Color space, I've done a video on this before. Adobe RGB. I don't know if I'll be using flash, but I'll go ahead and set that for flash white balance. And I definitely want to take off auto ISO for manual mode. Don't even want to accidentally get in that. And those of you that go, well, I think auto ISO works pretty well. Bullcrap. It was created by Satan to mess up your images. One of the 2 worst settings ever found on any camera system anywhere. Okay. Low ISO processing, I'm going to put that on detail. I'm not worried about my drive speed. Noise reduction, I'm first going to put that to off. Okay. And metering, I don't need to change anything there because I use live highlight alerts. I'm not going to worry about specific drive modes until I get there. So for street portrait photography, frames per second is not my priority. My image stabilization is. Okay. I love handheld assist. That's going on. Skipping computational settings for now. Autofocus mode always goes into CAF because I do back button focus. I want to be able to tweak manual focus. Turn shutter button focus off. Another one of the worst settings ever on a camera. And I will do a video at some point explaining that. Yes, if I accidentally put it in manual focus mode, I want that to work. And then not subject detection here because this is going to, first I'll be doing my portrait mode. Now CAF sensitivity. I haven't really got to play around with this camera much, so I don't know if it's as sensitive as the OM1 Mark II or it's more like the OM1. So I'm going to leave it in 0 for now. I may change that later. And I'm going to worry about some of that stuff later. I'm just going through a few of the things for y'all right now. I don't need to work on video. But one key setting, guys, right here, I want to be able to see histogram and highlight alerts on image playback. Very important. Okay. I am going to be programming buttons later once I get a little feel for this thing. I'm just going through here right now doing some. Now I can't change frame rate. It'll stay on normal. When you're plugged into an HDMI cable, there's a few things you can't do. Oh, I can't change my electronic viewfinder style, but I will change that to style 1. That's my preference. Information 1, I'm going to go with highlight and shadow on here for sure, and my level gauge. Okay. And then I uncheck information 2. I like having it all in one view. Now that is for my camera. Here is for the LCD screen. Turn that off and make sure highlight and level gauge is turned on. My grid settings, I like having the rule of thirds, which is that one. Bam. Okay. And lens info, I don't need to change anything there. I can't adjust touchscreen settings. That will be turned off. I don't want my focus beep on for portrait. And that's probably, yeah, I'll have to change some of those when I get unplugged. And then I hit the wrong time zone, so let me fix that. Okay. And I'm probably pretty good. So right now, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go in and I'm going to save that to my custom mode 1. Save settings, hold. Oh, nope. I want to reset. So we're going to go assign, set, and set. Okay. Now, one thing I really like is now we can go down here and go custom mode name. So I am going to call this, let's see here. I need to get my caps to go to info button, give me caps. This is going to be my portrait mode. Whoops. So I'm going to call this P, and then we'll hit info. Look at there. Ooh, man, I like this. Whoops, info and portrait. This is handy. Portrait. Am I spelling it right? You know how it is when you're trying to perform in front of someone. Portrait mode. This is awesome sauce. And end. Okay, portrait mode. Excellent. So those are a few of the initial settings in the C3 for portrait mode. And it'll work for street and a few others. So those are a couple of the early settings. I am very excited to see what this camera can do. I fly out, while I'm filming this, I fly out here, I think in 4 days, and be heading down to Argentina, be practicing on my girlfriend, some street photography. I'll be staying at Posadas Misiones and exploring that area. Hope this video was helpful. Get you a few things set up in your C3. Get you set up in your OM3. And I'm looking forward to some results. I'll be sharing those with you later. You guys get out there, capture some visually compelling images. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.